A very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with another important topic of chapter Human Health and Disease, and topic is immune system in the body. So topic is immune system in the body. So immune system in the body. So how our immune system work in the body, or what are the main function of these system in the body? So before going to start, first revise our previous class content. In previous class we have already discussed about the allergies, in which our immunoglobulin E works or trigger the allergic response, or some of the cells like mast cell and basophil secrete the certain chemicals. These are the serotonin and melatonin. Serotonin and histamine. So serotonin and histamine both collectively responsible for the inflammation of these region. So that's why when any particular particles, for example the pollen grain, dust particle, chemicals, any chemical present in environment trigger the immune response or accelerate the immune response of our immune system. So because of these, some allergic reaction happen in our body, or these allergic reactions are increased blood circulation at that particular area, or increase of body temperature at that area, or increase of inflammation also caused in that particular area. So because of these, the immune system, or because of certain particle, our immune system accelerate the immune response, or that is known as allergies. Now after this, autoimmunity we have discussed in previous class. The autoimmunity is an example of immunity in which the immunity are not able to identify their own cell. They treat their own cell as a foreign particle or antigen particle, or with respect to that cell they function as enemy, also said to be enemy for that particle, because they destroy that cell, because they destroy the cells by immune response. That means like albinism or like Hashimoto's thyroidism, our immune cell destroy melanocyte cell. In case of albinism, one after one melanocyte cell decreases or destroyed by our immune system, or due to this the hypopigmentation cause in particular human, or because we know the function of our melanocyte in our skin or hair or eyes, eyelashes, eyebrows, help in protection against the UV rays. So they decreases the high intensity light into the low intensity light, or that's why if the person lacks melanin pigments in their skin, so they are not able to tolerate that high intensity light or UV radiation in the sunlight. So that causes the albinism disease actually. Now in the Hashimoto's thyroidism or myasthenia gravis disease is also related to the autoimmune disease. In Hashimoto's disease, our thyroid gland cells or follicular cells present in thyroid gland decreases or destroyed by our immune cells, our own immune cells. So our own immune system destroy, if they destroy our own cells, so that type of immunity is known as autoimmunity. Now after this, let us move to the today's topic, that is immune system in the body. Our immune system consists of lymphoid organ, lymphoid tissues, and some chemicals. So chemicals or structures, biochemicals like antibodies. So these are our immune system in the body consists of lymphoid organ, lymphoid organ, lymphoid tissue, lymphoid tissues, and chemicals like antibodies, because antibodies is formed by protein, so that's why they are included into the chemical. So these are formed by antibodies, actually proteins. Antibodies formed by protein molecule, so that's why they are included into the chemical. Now what are lymphoid organ? There are two types of lymphoid organ: primary lymphoid organ or secondary lymphoid organ. So first we discuss about the lymphoid organ, then we discuss about lymphoid tissue that is present in our body, and the chemicals that are secreted by the different cells or lymphoid cells actually. So the lymphoid organ consists now cells. Okay, lymphoid organ. First we discuss about the lymphoid organ, then we discuss about the other providing the our immune response. Now there are two type of lymphoid organ, mainly grouped into two types, that is primary lymphoid organ, primary lymphoid organ, and the second is secondary lymphoid organ. Lymphoid organ. So what are the functions of primary or secondary lymphoid organ? The primary lymphoid organ mainly responsible for the formation of formation of immune cells. What are the immune cells? That is B lymphocyte, T lymphocytes, and macrophages, monocyte, basophil, eosinophil, neutrophils, natural killer cells. All these form in the primary lymphoid organ. So how they get formed inside the bone marrow, as we already discussed in previous class, but we can also recall here also. So inside the bone marrow, there is cell, stem cells. Now stem cells are pluripotents in nature, so they can easily undergoes in proliferation and differentiation to form another different type of cells. So when they undergoes in proliferation, they form myeloid progenitor and lymphoid progenitor. Now when they form myeloid progenitor and lymphoid progenitor, from the myeloid progenitor, the different cell formation of different cells takes place. So how the formation of these takes place? Now from the stem cell, there is formation of myeloid progenitor, and another is lymphoid progenitor. So myeloid progenitor and lymphoid progenitor formation occur inside the bone marrow, because the stem cell are present inside the bone marrow. They are pluripotents in nature. They can differentiate to form any type of blood cells. So all type of blood cells, WBCs, RBCs, and platelets, they are formed by the stem cell through the different progenitors. So first the stem cell differentiate into myeloid and lymphoid progenitor, then they form the two different type of cells. Different type of cells get get formed by the stem cell. By the, as we know that here is myeloid progenitor and here is lymphoid progenitor. Myeloid progenitor and lymphoid progenitor. Myeloid progenitor, from the myeloid progenitor there are three type of cells get formed. That from the megakaryocyte platelets gets formed. Now from the platelets get formed, from the erythroblast RBCs get formed, and from the myeloid precursor. Here is progenitor, but here is precursor. So here is platelets formed from myeloid cells. RBCs also get formed, as we already discussed in previous class, and WBCs also get formed from the myeloid progenitor. Now the lymphoid. Now here the cells of WBCs. Now cells are WBCs are eosinophils, basophils, monocytes, and another one is neutrophils. Neutrophils. So all these cells get formed from the WBCs, from the myeloid progenitor. Now when they undergoes into the formation of all these cells by the proliferation and differentiation. Other than these, the lymphoid tissues also undergoes in proliferation and differentiation to form the different type of immune cells. These cells, they provide also immunity. There are so many serotonin, histamine also secreted by the basophils. Monocytes undergoes in differentiation to form mast cell and macrophages. Macrophages, natural neutrophils, and monocytes are phagocytotic in nature. So they phagocytose the different microbes or bacteria in our body. Now lymphoid cells undergoes in proliferation to form B cell and T cell. So B cell and T cell. Other than these cells, also there is formation of the natural killer cells, also differentiated from the lymphoid progenitor, and there is also formation of some other cells like dendritic cell also get formed from the lymphoid progenitor. Now other than these function, the primary lymphoid organ help in maturation also. So inside the primary lymphoid organ, the formation of B lymphocyte, T lymphocyte, immune cells, other immune cells, these are basophils, neutrophils, monocyte, macrophages, mast cell. So all these form inside the bone marrow. So bone marrow of bone function as primary lymphoid organ, and thymus too function as primary lymphoid organ, because T cells or T lymphocytes formation occur inside the bone marrow, but their maturation takes place inside the thymus, that is situated over the heart. Now, so what are the organs of primary lymphoid organ? So as we discuss, all these cells of immune system form inside the bone marrow. So here is bone marrow, or also it can be written as bone only. So bone marrow is primary lymphoid organ. Other than bone marrow, thymus is also primary lymphoid organ. As we discussed earlier in class 11, the primary lymphoid organ, earlier in class 11, the thymus is responsible for the secretion of thymosin, or that thymosin help in the maturation of T lymphocyte. So that's why the thymus is more important, or in the early stage of childhood, where childhood the thymus gland is large, but as the age increases the thymus gland decrease in their size. So that's why the old age, or because they are responsible for the maturation of our immune cell T lymphocyte. And T helper cell identity and the function of T helper cell, which is differentiated from T cell, is they identify they check the identity of different cell. If thymus is continuously reducing throughout the age, reducing as the age increase, so that the T lymphocytes are not able to undergoing maturation, or that's why if they are do not undergoing maturation, the T helper cell do not form by the T lymphocyte cell. Therefore they do not identify they are not able to identify the antigens in our body. So that's why the old age person have less immunity as compared to the adult, as compared to the child. So children have more immunity as compared to the old age person. So because of the thymus, because they have large thymus due to, but T cells transfer into the thymus, where the microenvironment, or through the thymosin hormone, they get mature inside the bone marrow, inside the thymus. So inside the primary lymphoid organ, bone marrow, bone marrow is responsible for the maturation of or formation of B lymphocyte cell. So B cell formation and maturation, as well as maturation, both takes place inside the bone marrow. Thymus, inside the thymus there is maturation of, and again B cell formation and maturation both takes place inside the bone marrow, and the formation of T cell, for also it is also characterized by the formation of bone marrow, formation of T cell. T cell formation occur inside the bone marrow. Now thymus is responsible for the maturation of T cell. T cell maturation. So T cell maturation takes place inside the thymus because of the thymosin. So thymus release thymosin hormone. Thymosin hormone that help the maturation, in maturation of T lymphocyte cell, or the microenvironment provided by thymus gland. That microenvironment help in the maturation of T lymphocyte cell. Now after this, all these cells, the secondary lymphoid organ also responsible for the maturation of different immune cells. So what are the secondary lymphoid organ? Now come to the secondary lymphoid organ. Secondary lymphoid organ. In the secondary lymphoid organ consists of Peyer's patches, in the small intestine, small intestine, small intestine, small intestine and spleen, spleen. Other than Pierce patches, small intestine, present in small intestine, spleen, lymph node, help in the again maturation of our immune cells, that is macrophages, monocyte, also said to be under monocyte, maturation of monocyte, maturation of basophils, maturation of natural killer cell, maturation of neutrophils. All these happen in the secondary lymphoid organ. Secondary lymphoid organ, Pierce patches present in small intestine and spleen and lymph node provide particular environment for fighting with different type of antigen. That means spleen filter blood and they have lymphocyte as well as phagocytes. So spleen gland have lymphocytes and phagocytes. So what are lymphocytes? B and T cells are lymphocytes. They also have B and T lymphocytes also present in the spleen, because they are T lymphocyte after maturation they transfer in most of the serum or most of the organ for fighting with different the filter of blood-borne microbes. So all the blood-borne microbes filtered by the through the spleen from the blood. So they filter the blood-borne microbes. Blood filter in spleen, or they also destroy the blood-borne microbes. So blood-borne microbes destroyed by the spleen. Now how they filter? They filter through, because when they filter blood, all the microbes which are present inside the spleen, blood stream, they are filtered through the spleen, or they have lymphocyte cell, B cell or T cell, also phagocyte cells. So what are the phagocytes? Monocytes, macrophages, neutrophils and natural killer cells. So all these phagocytose microbes that are present inside the blood tissues. Now lymph node also, that is solid cells which are formed inside the bone marrow, get transferred inside the lymph node or other secondary lymphoid organ, Pierce patches in intestine, because when we take food, there are maybe the microbes are present inside the food. So all the microbes which are present in food destroyed by the B lymphocyte cell, T lymphocyte cell and immune cells, different immune cells through the present in the Pierce patches in the small intestine. So the microbes, or the as we innate immunity, as we already discussed, the some acids are released that also kill the microbes present in our food. Now lymphoid organ, we are discussing about the lymphoid organ. So spleen provide, or lymph node are the solid structure. They also provide a environment for the microenvironment for the different type of tissues or different type of cells or immune cells or phagocytes or lymphocytes. Now After this, the lymphoid tissues are also present, that is Galt and Malt. Okay, lymphoid tissues. Lymphoid tissues. Now, what are the lymphoid tissues? The mucosal associated lymphoid tissues, that is MALT. Mucus associated lymphoid tissues MALT they help in destroy. So they destroy the microbes which are present in our respiratory tract, our urogenital tract or digestive tract. All these tract lined by the mucosal epithelium, or actually it is also known as mucosa because because they are present in the mucosal epithelium. They secrete mucus, or the mucus have different type of lymphocyte cells or different type of phagocyte cells, also have enzyme, or through all these collective function of these cells and mucus, finally the microbes and phagocytes, microbes and other pathogens destroyed by the phagocytes and lymphocytes. That is the mucosa associated lymphoid tissues are present inside the respiratory tract, digestive tract, respiratory tract, digestive tract, urogenital tract, urogenital tract. So they are present or lined by, as we already know, our respiratory tract is lined by mucosal epithelial membrane. Now digestive tract is also lined by mucosal epithelial membrane, and urogenital tract is also lined by mucosal epithelial membrane. Now there are the nasal opening, mouth opening and inner opening. So there are so many opening that connect these organs to the outer environment or environment. Due to this, the opening, any microbes or any pathogen easily enter in our body. So that's why they are lined by our nose, our nasal cavity, our buccopharyngeal cavity, or also they are connected with respiratory tract, digestive tract and urogenital tract, or they are lined by the mucosal epithelial cell. The mucosal epithelial cells have the mucus glands that secrete mucus, so that they stick all the microbes, pathogens which are present in air or our surrounding. They stick with the mucus, so that's why the mucus secreted by all these cells or membrane which are present in the our buccal cavity or urogenital tract, or also they have the phagocytes or lymphocytes, or all these phagocytes or lymphocytes act on the microbes, that airborne microbes that are present in air or in our surrounding environment, killed by the lymphocytes and phagocytes that are present in these interstitium of these membrane. So mucosal malt, or there is GALT also, gut associated lymphoid tissues also present, also have the lymphocyte and phagocytes that kill the microbes which are present in air or that enter in through the opening in our body. So here is the overall about immune system in the body, where the lymphoid organ, primary and secondary lymphoid tissues are these, and antibodies, as we discussed earlier, the antibodies formation occur inside the or through the plasma cells after the differentiation with the B lymphocyte cell. So B lymphocyte cell undergoes in differentiation to form the plasma cell. So if we talk about the antibodies, as we already discussed in previous class, the B lymphocyte cell undergoes in differentiation to form the plasma cells, or here after or they undergoes in synthesis of protein. That proteins are antibodies. There are 5 type of antibodies: GA, MED. So all these have the specific function. So here is overall about the immune system in the body. So I hope you like this video. So keep listening and watching me, and thank you for listening and watching me.